guys, it's Elena, and today we are going to be talking about my 31 weeks pregnancy update for baby number 3. If you are not already subscribed, I would totally recommend hitting that subscribe button. I am a mommy of 2 currently, with number 3 on the way, and I put out all kinds of motherhood videos, and we will be doing a lot of cloth diapering videos in the future when baby arrives. So I hope you guys are ready for it, and let's hop in. Here is the 31 week baby bump for baby number 3. Alright, this past week I have been super duper tired and having a terrible time falling asleep at night. I don't know what it is. I am so incredibly tired throughout the day. I want to take a nap like every single freaking day, and most days I do not. But at nighttime, even though I was tired all day long, when nighttime comes around, it is so hard for me to get comfortable in a good position with enough pillows placed perfectly for me to fall asleep at bedtime, and that has been pretty sucky. I think I got my first new stretch marks of the pregnancy. They are starting to come in like a weird spot. So like if I have stretch marks all over like the center part of my belly, they have started on like the perimeter of my already stretch mark area. So getting a little bit of new stretch marks here at the end, of course. And the belly looks like and feels like it just grew overnight. This past weekend, I have had a couple of really uncomfortable, miserable days. The last few days, it's just felt so... my belly feels so heavy. I've been having a lot of contractions, a little bit more intense contractions than usual. You know, usually it's just like Braxton Hicks, where everything gets tight and it's like, you know, whatever, not a big deal. But the last few days, they've been a little bit more... like hard, like just like really heavy duty. I don't know, not like real contractions, but just like different than they were before. So contractions are getting a little bit more intense, and the belly just feels so heavy and so uncomfortable, and just like literally like I could just like pop at any moment. Like it's just so uncomfortable. So I'm still definitely wearing my belly band anytime I'm standing up. That thing is a lifesaver. Thank goodness for that. We actually went over to my dad's over the weekend, and we were walking around the property helping him plant some little sapling trees. I totally should have brought my freaking belly band, because not that we walked very far, but just that I was like on my feet for, you know, an hour or whatever. It was really hard. But I did learn that if you take like, I took my husband's hoodie and I wrapped it around my waist right underneath my belly and like double knotted it so that it was almost like that sweater was like supporting my belly. It helped a little bit. So if you're in a situation where you like, oh, I might need my belly band, but I forgot it, maybe if you have a sweater on hand, you might be able to get away with it. If it's like, you know, a thick, heavy-duty sweater kind of deal. If it was just like a little cardigan or something, I don't think that it would work as well, because it's a little bit too stretchy and like not quite thick enough, you know? But yeah, anyway, one little tip in case you guys are stuck in that kind of situation. Oh, I have been having some round ligament pain where it feels like my belly is just so stretched out, like the ligaments that are holding up the underside of my belly just feel so tight, and ugh, like whenever I stand up from sitting for a while or something, they just stretch a whole bunch and they just feel really uncomfortable. Yeah, so that's definitely been a thing. Baby has been usually head down lately. I feel like they were flipping a lot the last few weeks, but I feel like they're mostly head down these days. And the hiccups, that's usually how I can tell, is the hiccups are really low usually, and the hiccups are even getting a little uncomfortable and not fun. You know, like the baby hiccups in the first, you know, when you first start feeling them, they're like really exciting and it's super cool. But now they're just getting uncomfortable and kind of annoying, honestly. They're just so low, it just feels like if I was sitting up like this and having them, it's just like the crease of like where my belly meets my, you know, like thigh area and everything, like it's just like really uncomfortable right in that area. If I was laying down, I don't think the hiccups are really that big of a deal, but when I'm trying to like sit up and do things, the hiccups drive me crazy. Oh, one weird thing that I kind of wanted to mention, I don't feel like my nails are as awesome as they were in my 2 previous pregnancies. With my 2 boys, I felt like I had like really nice nails. They grew super fast. They were like long and pretty and thick and like tough. I don't feel like they're any different than my normal nails in like regular everyday not pregnant life. So that's something that I've kind of noticed throughout the pregnancy, but I just thought I would mention it this time. I don't think I've mentioned it before, but yeah, my nails just kind of feel like whatevs. They're not very impressive. So yeah, with the uncomfortableness, even just sitting in this chair over at my computer desk to edit videos like this, that's starting to get uncomfortable. If I lean back a little bit too much, it can kind of give me contractions. Usually when I'm like sitting straight up, like very good posture for like filming, the contractions aren't bad, but when I start getting lazy and like leaning to the side or something, or like leaning back, that's when the contractions are like, hey, what are you up to? Breathing is hard. I don't know if you've noticed, but I've definitely been taking some super big breaths throughout this video. I feel like I'm super out of breath and I need to go like every single sentence. So yeah, breathing is getting very hard. Baby is definitely invading my lung space and my stomach space. Like just this morning I got out of bed and I was sitting here to do my makeup and I could not, like usually I would lean over to like my mirror right here and just kind of lean over just a little bit. I could not do that because it felt like baby was like so like legit all the way up to my boobs. Like I could not bend over like that to do my makeup this morning, so I had to do my makeup like sitting very straight up, very like in a great posture to do my makeup this morning. So yeah, baby was like super up in my area, man. But that's one thing that's kind of weird is I haven't been feeling the feet up in my rib cage yet. So I don't know if maybe my placenta is an anterior placenta, but I wonder if it's like kind of toward the top of my uterus, because by this point with my first son, Calvin, his little feet were always up in my rib cage, and baby's feet haven't been up in my rib cage just yet so far. Oh guys, I'm so ready to stop picking things up off the floor. I know how you always like, you get on Pinterest and you see all those memes where people are like, yeah, it's like dead to me now, I'm not picking it up if it has fallen when I'm in the 3rd trimester. I didn't feel like that with my first 2 sons, but this time around I'm legit like, if I drop something, I really have to like sit and think about whether or not I want to bend over to get it because I just feel so uncomfortable. Bending over sucks. Like when I'm cooking lunch, I will like bend over and get the pots and pans out of like the bottom cabinets, and I'm just like, oh my god, I wish that the pots and pans were like way up here because I don't want to bend over to grab that stupid pot, you know? So bending over sucks. Standing up sucks. Laying down is okay. Laying down is the best. But I can't lay on my back. I haven't been able to do that for weeks now because it just feels really uncomfortable. And, you know, they say that it like compresses a particular nerve or something to do with something. It's not good to lay on your back when you're pregnant. And yeah, I've definitely noticed that the past few weeks I like totally do not want to lay on my back. I just don't feel good laying like that. So yeah, laying on my side, I can handle that. If I just lay on my side all day long, everything would be perfectly fine. So I mentioned that the contractions were kind of getting a little more intense lately. I did take another Procardia pill, which is a medication that my doctor has prescribed. If I start having a lot of contractions, I can take one of those pills and hopefully it will, you know, make the contractions go away or whatever. So I took one just yesterday actually and came upstairs and took a nap, and when I woke up I still felt like blah and my belly was still super hard and still contraction-y. You know, my husband was home yesterday so I didn't just abandon the children. But yeah, so yeah, I have a feeling I'm going to have to start taking those pills a little bit more often these days. I do have a doctor's appointment this Friday. Today's Monday that I'm filming this, and we're definitely going to be talking about the contractions and stuff at that appointment. I also want to talk to her a little bit about delivery day, like what the situation at the hospital is for like, not that I want visitors, but just like for my husband, if he's going to be able to be in the C-section with me and like all that kind of stuff, weird stuff that could be different because of the virus and everything. So we're definitely going to be talking about a lot of stuff at my next doctor's appointment, which is on Friday. Speaking of doctor's appointments, I had my glucose test like 10 or 11 days ago and I didn't hear anything, but no news is good news. And I was like, okay, I'm in the clear, right? It's been like over a week, like, but then I got online to my patient portal thing and it said that I failed by 1 point. So the cutoff was 135 and I got a 136 on my 1 hour glucose test. And so I'm like, now I'm in this like weird limbo where I'm like, are they gonna call me? Are they gonna make me take the 3 hour? Or is like 1 point not a big deal? I don't know. So I thought I was in the clear last week because I went all week without hearing from them. But after seeing that data on the, you know, online patient portal, I'm kind of like, maybe I'm gonna have to take the stupid 3 hour test, which I like really don't want to do. It's just 1 point, you know? So in addition to my Friday appointment with my regular doctor, I do have a Thursday appointment at maternal fetal medicine, which is the high risk doctor, and we get to have an ultrasound, and they're actually allowing visitors again, which is really exciting. So my husband took off. He's going to come to the ultrasound with me. Hopefully we get to like actually see a good shot of baby. We haven't gotten a good like profile shot of baby since like 20 weeks, I believe, and I've been going to the maternal fetal medicine like every few weeks for quite a while now. So I like really hope we can at least get like a decent shot so my husband can see it. So I'm really actually kind of excited for my husband to come to the ultrasound, because usually like in my previous pregnancies, I think he only really went to like the first one. And so it's gonna be fun for him to go to one where baby's actually like big and you can see all their different parts and everything. You know, the first ultrasound is just like a little blob. But yeah, so that'll be exciting. And then I think we're gonna go out to lunch afterwards. So it'll be really nice to just have some time just with my husband, you know? So I'm excited about that appointment. I really can't wait to see what baby weighs, because it's gonna give us a really good idea in comparison to how much my first son Calvin weighed, because the first like weight measurement I had on Calvin was at like 32.5 weeks, and this is gonna be 31.5 weeks. And so I think that we'll be able to kind of gauge pretty well if this baby's gonna be even bigger than Calvin, or if they're kind of on par or whatever it is. Because baby has been measuring at least 2 weeks ahead like this whole time, and so baby's definitely big. Calvin was definitely big. So yeah, it'll be nice to see the numbers to really compare them to each other. So yeah, we'll talk about that at next week's update. So yeah, please subscribe if you are not already so you can see my update next week, and follow me all the way until baby gets here and then after baby's here. So it's gonna be super exciting. I can't wait to meet our little tiny person and see if they're a boy or a girl. It's gonna be super exciting. I can't believe it's already 31 weeks. We're getting closer and closer by the day, but with all of the contractions and uncomfortableness and just feelings, worries about my issues with my first 2 pregnancies, I have been super paranoid lately about like preterm labor stuff. I just want to get through the next few weeks, man. Baby's just got to cook in there another 6 weeks at least, and I will be so happy. So if you guys like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what else you want to see here on this channel, baby related, mommy related, whatever it is, and leave those comments down below, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.